Hello everybody. Topic of this video, weaving. And before everybody is now pressing the red button to close that video because they don't want to learn anything about crafting, weaving is not about crafting. It's not about being a tailor, but it's about combat. Weaving, also known as Autohit animation cancelling, is simply the, let's say, the art of cancelling the animation of your Autohit to increase your overall DPS. How does it work? Good question. Before I answer that, and I'm actually showing you that, I want to give you some information about how Autohits or skills in general work in Albion. For an Autohit, the Autohit you could imagine having his own cooldown. The thing with the cooldown from the Autohit is that it's always starting after the last animation you did. Like after the last Autohit animation, after the last skill animation, then that cooldown is starting. When you're using a skill, while that cooldown is like going through, you will interrupt and refresh that cooldown. So after the animation, the cooldown starts from the very beginning. That's the first thing. The second thing is, for skills, it's working the opposite side. Like when you use your skill, and it's an instant skill, like my Q here, that's an instant skill. When I use that skill, the cooldown of the skill will instantly start. So if I'm just going here and I'm attacking that rabbit, the cooldown just instantly starts. So let's get it again. Cooldown. The moment the skill is used. The third thing is that the skills have a higher priority than the auto hits, or like you could better say, the last key you press has always the highest priority. So regardless of what you're doing, the moment you're pressing a key, that key, if everything is okay to use that skill, that key is going through. That's the third thing. And the fourth thing, and the thing why you can increase your DPS by weaving or by cancelling your auto-hit animation, is that the damage from the auto-hit itself is going through the moment the animation is starting. So even while the animation is like 0.3 seconds, the moment it starts, the damage of the auto-hit is already going through. Means you can, in the moment the animation of your auto-hit starts and that damage got through using a skill. And you will simply cancel the rest of the animation from the auto-hit. And in that time you would normally have only the auto-hit done in terms of animation time. You deal not only the damage from your auto-hit, but also from the skill you just pressed. And this is increasing your overall DPS. I will show you how that's work. We will use these nice wolves here, and we will start by just spamming our skills. So I will use my Q and my W just randomly, and I will just keep spamming the buttons regardless if the cooldown is up or not. So I'm just keeping that, and as we have no timer, we check my HP bar. And we have 930 HP left when the wolf dies. On the next wolf, I will weave. So I will simply wait until the auto-hit is coming, and I will use my skill then. And I will also not use like two skills in one thing. I will just use one skill, wait for the next auto-hit, use the next skill. So let's get healed up. And let's get to that wolf. This time I'm weaving. (1040 HP). So basically more damage. And that's already what weaving is. Like weaving is increasing the DPS, and then sometimes it's also increasing the burst, but I will talk about that later. I will just keep doing it like with another wolf, just to show you that it wasn't a fluke. And I will weave again. No, I'm not going to gather. We are going to kill. Okay, seem they're all dead. That's easy. Oh, they are all dead. Thank you. Someone thinned out the population of those nice little animals. I hate that guy. St. Peter. Ah, guys, come on. A wolf for science. Nope, there are no wolves. Yep, then we will just check back later and I will go with the burst first. In general, you could say weaving is increasing your overall DPS. And there are situations where DPS is more useful than an actual burst damage. On the other hand, there are situations where burst damage is more useful. Like when we're saying about I need to do as much damage as possible in a 3-second window, then weaving is not what you're looking for. Because then the auto hit, it's increasing the damage, so you might maybe start with an auto hit and cancel that animation and then you go skill, skill, skill. Because that's like what you actually can burst in those 3 seconds. But the moment the fight goes longer, like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or even like a raid boss, 2 minutes, 3 minutes of it, the more bonus damage you get from the actual weaving. So weaving is increasing the long-term DPS. So let's check again if there is another wolf spawned. And that's like the difference between weaving and bursting. Nope. Nope, they are hating us. If you know, ask a question. Like, so weaving or bursting, what would be like, what would I do? That's something which is situational. Like in a PvP situation, there might be an opportunity to burst, but that might also be better to use weaving to increase your overall DPS and the pressure to targets. Let's imagine a 5v5, you have 3 single target DPS, and those are splitting onto a single target each. They are simply not able to just burst down their targets. If they are, cool. Like that's cool, but if we say we have like same gear tier, then simply like a 3-second, 5-second burst wouldn't work. No, because we have a little bit too much HP, we still have like healers going around healing, so that would not be enough. If they're just using their skills and spamming them, you have like that kind of problem that you dealing damage, but like the higher your DPS, like the higher the pressure you could actually apply on those targets, the harder it is for the healer to heal all of those 3 targets. And maybe then you're getting like in the region like this guy only has 500 HP left and then you burst it. Like in that moment when you have enough skills or enough damage ready in that short amount of time to burst it down, then it would be the moment you burst. But for applying more DPS, more pressure, you're going for the weave. Another good thing about weaving is that weaving is actually giving you a little bit better management of your skills and about the cooldowns. As you have that small time frame in which you simply your skills are ready but you're not using them because you're waiting for the auto hit, you have higher reaction time. If you press your button, your cooldown is going on. Regardless of what happened now, you cannot use that skill until the cooldown is ready. And this like 0.2, 0.3 seconds give you actually a little bit more timing to react on something that's going on in the fight. Those are nice little things. So let's check back for the wolf. Hopefully, yeah, there's one this time. So this time we go with weaving again. And again 1040 HP. And of course we're doing it again with just button mashing. Just to be fair to all those things. Come on. Come on. They unequipping the armor. Ah, there's another wolf. And again 930 HP. So just like to prove that again. So like you increasing your DPS, and the longer the fight is, the higher is your DPS. One thing that I want to mention, from the idea, weaving is working with every skill. Like It would also work with like cast skills. Like you would do the auto damage would go through and then your cast would start. Like it's giving you the damage of the auto hit and then you have like in the animation already the cast bar going. It also working like with any instant skill, like with the dot on the fire staff. That's perfectly a good thing. Like you have that auto hit and then you have the dot damage instantly. However, in that case, like you have to look also at the difference between auto hit damage and the skills. Like on the fire staff, e.g., you have that Q, and the Q is basically the thing that's dealing the damage. So you're pressing your Q, the cast is channeling, the cast is going off, the damage is coming. And this damage, this cast bar, when that's done, the damage is always higher if you just auto hit all the time. In addition, you have to wait until the auto hit is coming. So you would actually use your cast, the cast animation would go through, then the auto hit cooldown would start, auto hit would come, and then you would start again casting and using that cast bar. And that's way too much time. So mainly you could say that the weaving is something that mostly close range fighters melee is doing. So that's actually like you go and you're having a melee weapon, most of the skills of the melee weapon are instant, and that's why you simply mostly use it on melee weapons. Yeah, actually you see weaving itself, it's a good thing, it's increasing your potential, it's increasing your potential damage. It's actually not hard to understand. It's something you have to train, of course, like because it's something about reaction, and you could say also about muscle movement. Of course, when you start with it, you might be a little bit slower because you have to wait, when will that auto hit come? But you will learn the timing really fast. And if you just go on and weave for a short amount of time, you will see that your DPS is increasing, increasing, increasing until you like simply like you press the skill even if you don't see the auto hit, but you know the auto hit is coming now. Like that would be perfect. Like you would click the skill like 0.1 second after the auto hit animation is started, and it actually not directly started on your character screen, or your eyes didn't show it, but your muscles like clicked in the time. I hope I could help you with that. I hope you will be able to do some more damage now. If there are any questions, just ask in the comments below and I will try to answer them. You also can write me messages. I have no problem with that and I will try to help you. So far, thank you for watching, and yeah, subscribe. See you again and have fun in Albion. Thank you.